almost live. We're live on YouTube. Let's go live on our Instagram. Don't mute the don't go muting the microphone. Okay, we got our mics, same location. Got our cameras almost in the same location. You can barely tell me changing to look at different screens here. I'm looking at this one, I'm looking at this one. But anyways, I digress. It's a beautiful Saturday night, Jaw Harp Live. We're going to be playing some Jaw Harps tonight. For those of you who are just rolling in from Instagram, this is a job. And to those of you who already play Jaw Harp, what are you into? What are you doing? TDS Harper, how you doing? Oh, we have a gaggle of people joining. Here's the harp I built yesterday, the new Jaw Harp Johnson mid-range prototype, and it turned out really nice. And I'm going to be making more of these Jaw Harp Johnson series that are going to be available on theharper.com, but about 1 to 2 a week. Oh, a whole bunch of people. Oh, wave. Yeah, we'll wave at people. Waving. Hello. Jaw harping with Milo. Hi, how are you doing? Andy Koppis, how you doing? Jangles Johnson, he says. And we had advanced jaw harp technique tutorial that came out today on Jaw the Harp Instagram and on TikTok. We'll have on both of our YouTube channels, we'll have technique tutorials coming out tomorrow. Had a technical error with the video editing. But yeah, this one, it turned out really well. And this is going to be the shape I'm going to be doing on most to all of my triggers in the future. It tolerates outward play really well. This is my latest harp. The video on it will be coming out on Monday. Abshur, hello. Oh, cool name, Abshur. That's a cool name. Jaw Harping Time says, hello, Mr. Bev from Canada. Hello, back at you. I wanted something that flowed well through every plucking style, and this shape right here certainly does that. I totally need to get one of your latest jarbs. Oh, and that is cool because there's going to be some for sale in the coming months on theharpery.com. I'm going to make a page just for Bev Jaw Harps. Yeah, the harp. Hello, my brother. Oh, hello, back at you, Miguel Santina. We're sipping on some tea. Loose leaf Irish breakfast from Vita Villa. I normally get the English breakfast, but they were out of it. But Irish breakfast is pretty close. You're the one that got me into jaw harp. Oh, cool. I'm glad to hear that. Hello, Aunt Joanne. Always beautiful to hear from you. And look on your Instagram. I sent you some pictures, Aunt Joanne, of us playing out in the snow. We were playing out in the snow right before this. Here in central Kansas, we have a lot of snow rolling in. Yeah, I don't normally play outward, but I've just been testing harps, what works good outward, what doesn't, and that right there. Slight recurve, I get the bulk of the weight of the trigger loop sitting over the knee bend with a tiny portion sticking back out. So that recurve there works really, really well because it slides. Because I am not a precise outward plucker. I am actually a pretty horrible outward plucker when it comes to jaw harp. So I know that if I can play well on a jaw harp outward, it's going to perform well. Let's play something else. Play another jaw harp Johnson. My son came up with that name when him and I made this frame shape together. I'm like, what should we call it? And he was very, very firm on this. This is the Jaw Harp Johnson. Well, okay. Has a nice ring to it. My two Gorka from the Harpery have cleared Canada. Customs should arrive soon. Porky Miller is the man. Porky Miller is the man. Yes. I believe Porky Miller's out ice fishing tonight. Way up yonder in Minnesota, it's quite cold. And here's the butter base I made, the Jaw Harp Johnson series, with a tail. Same trigger shape, although with this other one, I did a single trigger loop with a different spring steel and got a D2. With this one, I made the trigger about this tall and rolled that down. But if you roll it super tight, you can see it becomes almost one piece. Oh yeah ha. Oh yeah oh. I like having a harp with enough sustain on it and enough clarity that you can get that out. That oh he yo ho. If you look at my diaphragm's oh he yo ho ho. There's a lot of movement in the diaphragm. If your breathing is coming from deep in the diaphragm, you're going to have better rhythms. You're going to have better control. You're also going to have that deep experience because that shallow breathing where your shoulders move up and down, it doesn't lull you into those meditating states. And just breathing with your belly, if you're ever driving in heavy traffic, and I'm a horrible driver like I am. I'm not a horrible driver, I just don't enjoy driving. But if you're ever driving in heavy traffic, you start feeling anxious, especially if you're driving in a big city and you're from a small city, take deep breaths and bowl your belly out. Take a deep breath until your belly pushes out and then blow it out and make your belly a cave. It will actually calm you. So the breath is great for altering your consciousness. Joanne Leclerc says, I plucked outward the other day and smacked a tooth, no harm. Oh yeah, you got to be careful. Like one of the biggest dangers, I think, of plucking outward is if you get careless, and I used to do this with Glaser and Star, which is a big spiral donut-shaped trigger. If you catch hard on the harp and it pulls the harp away from your teeth, thinking, bam, the harp comes swing back in, all that mass, boom, springs back against your teeth. I've had that happen before, and I feel around on my teeth, make sure none of them are chipped. Oh, I just missed a comment. Sorry about that. Oh, somebody with the name Devil Stole My Soul just joined. What did the devil do with your soul? What do you do with the soul? Do you just jar it and save it for later? Or do you build something? Do you use them to make souls for shoes? Is that where souls for shoes come from? All the ones the devil stole? I like your name. That's cool. I'll wave at you. Oh, I could wave at a bunch of people. So what harps everybody been playing? Oh, recently got a Beckvana. When I first started, I almost broke a front tooth, says jar harping with Milo. Oh, yeah, careful of them. Careful of your front teeth. Like some people call them gnashers. Wicka he waka, he wicka he waka, he wicka waka, wicka he waka, he wicka he waka, he wicka waka. In the same time as a wicka he waka, he wicka he waka, he wicka waka. Couldn't feel his front teeth for about 10 days, but he's more careful now. Oh, glad to hear it. Let's play another harp. We got Diesel the dog over there is chewing on his bone. Oh, I love it when the snow starts rolling. We started getting snow about maybe 3 hours ago, and it's nicely drifting down. Not much wind. I like it when it snows and the snow just lightly falls down instead of snow with driving wind. The snow with driving wind is interesting because it'll actually drive snow inside your house or inside your garage. Riddle, says Jaw Harp. What bow cannot be tied? I'm not sure. What is the answer to the riddle? Here's another harp I made. This is the older series, the Hollow Bone. And I'm getting better. This last harp I made, I opened up a lot of possibilities because I was able to work out all my most of my failures. So I might go back to the Hollow Bone frame shape is harder to adjust because it's 3 bends instead of 4. Can I pay for a private lesson next time? I don't know. I do video lessons. Shoot me a message at theharpery@gmail.com or at bebcorp1@gmail.com. And yeah, we could do like a private jaw harp video lesson for sure. William Banks says, hey, dude, great to be here on time. It's freezing here with snow up on the ground in the UK. Oh, nice. How are you enjoying the snow in the UK? And does it normally snow there in the UK? Here in Kansas, we get harps, and we don't. Oh, by the way, Vlad was great for the unboxing video. He said, oh, yeah, my son came in and talked during the unboxing video. But yeah, we had the Baron Zeka go up. And tell Baron Zeka, and I'll probably talk to him next week, that I really enjoyed his harps. I kept one for myself. Oh, I'd love to try one of these, says Beautiful Dreamer 85. Oh, go to theharpery.com. Joe Harping Time says I would like one of your harps. Oh yeah, message me. I'm going to be making harps up and coming. But there's in and out bursts. It's difficult to do without the harp because there's no back pressure because I'm kind of bouncing against that. William Banks says, in places like Scotland, yeah, but further south, not so much. When it does, it's heavy at times. Oh, yeah. So if it doesn't normally snow where you're at, people may not be accustomed to driving in the snow. Here in Kansas, people are very good and very cautious about driving in the snow. Everybody knows to slow down. I hear many stories about Texas. Well, hello, Diesel. Come here. Let's look down here. Diesel the dog here. See, he wants something. I'm not sure what he wants, but yeah, it's Mr. Diesel the dog. Do you want to go upstairs? Sure. Or he needs to go outside. Hold on. I will attest to the dog. You can stay and enjoy the scenery of the backdrop. Diesel, come on upstairs. Come on now. Get on up in here now. Very intent on something. Oh, and the cat is away. Maybe we'll light the cat. Hold on. Just pause the video for any reason. I'm going to light the candle. My wife got me this candle for Christmas. There we go. 1/4-inch wick. Just broke it off again. There we go. Cool candle. Something about chakras. I don't know anything about chakras. Coming back over, yes, I am in pajamas. When I go live, I'm comfortable. I wear a nice, comfortable t-shirt. This is a Vsauce one. And I'm wearing my pajamas. What else are you going to put? Oh, what have I been into? This is the Kaohsiung. I mispronounced it in the video. I called it a Kujan. This is a Kaohsiung. I think it translates in Mandarin to mouth fan. And I've been playing around with it the past couple days. Let's see where it takes us. The only con I found of this one in particular, it's kind of uncomfortable to hold. I was thinking, I'm like, I need to build something out of the wood, something nice to hold them, because this is not a comfortable grip for me, but I've been playing it 3-fingered. See, maybe I can't play it today. We'll see. Yeah, I've just been doing simple because I'm not very good on the Kujan, but do 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 do. And last night I was even putting a little bit of a wah to it. Hey, I'm looking to buy a jaw harp, but on a budget. Is there any good harps on Amazon? There's some Glazern and Pokin and stuff, but I also suggest theharper.com. There's free shipping there. Well, I'm not big on Amazon, although Amazon is super convenient. And I do buy stuff sometimes on Amazon. Let's see, where else should we play? I might just play a bit on my harps. Play another harp around D-ish. Without the breath, it just sounds hollow. Whoa, whoa. Annette Huldiger says, today's your birthday. Oh, happy birthday. How old are you? Yeah, happy birthday, the 21st. That's a good day. Or some of the people watching, it might already be the 22nd. Some people are watching maybe from the future because of the way zones work. I'm not sure how time zones work and how much time travel is involved to get from one time zone to another. But happy birthday to you. Just start off without the breath. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, Johnny Burgos, we have a whole beginner section. If you go on the harper.com, the first thing that you'll come to says beginner section. Click on that. There's a bunch of different write-ups because there's a bunch of different places you can start with. You can start with a breathy harp. You can start with a non-saturated harp with almost no breath. Somebody says they have a Snoopy. Oh, yeah. If the Snoopy's your first harp, hang it on your wall, then get a new one. And a lot of people are like, oh, no, it plays just fine. Until you play another jaw harp, you're like, whoa, I didn't realize jaw harps could do that. 19. Oh, cool. All grown up. You can hear when the breath comes in, how you can change it. I'm doing the same exact mouth shape. Which jaw harp is best? That's like saying which food is best. It's kind of like, what are you in the mood for? What do you want to do with the harp? And every harp has its own soul. You can feel out what the harp does, what it doesn't. Jaw harping time says Pavel Pokin are a great beginner harp and our Bagvana. Yes, I would agree with that. Bagvana can take you all the way to advanced techniques. You can play advanced techniques. You can play really good on a Pokin, although most of the Pokin aren't super sensitive, but they are really easy to play. Let's see, what else can we play? Should I just keep playing on my harps? Play something super deep I made. I'm gonna go back into making some deep bass, but first I made that mid-range prototype. I'm also gonna make a higher pitch prototype. I want to make sure I nail the melodics on each one and kind of balance the sustain with the rigidity of it. So I'm taking notes on every harp I build. I'm taking notes on it, but yes. I follow you from Buenos Aires, Argentina. Regards. Oh, back at you. I hope, what's the weather like right now in Buenos Aires? You guys are Southern Hemisphere, so I'm betting you're in summertime, perhaps? Actually, I don't know where Argentina is. I think Argentina is in South America. I should know things like this. 25 years ago or 20-some years ago when I was in school, I would have been able to tell you. Yeah, it's super easy for me to get lost, especially with really drawing that breath out. And that's where I like this harp. It's a butter bass, but it's really long and distally tapered, and it allows you to hit a lot of things off one plug. So you can get a lot of articulation in there because your breath doesn't slow the harp reed down quite as much because it's just kind of fluttering. Yeah, if you look at it, it's like a piece of paper. That's my old trigger shape, which I really like as well, but not as much for outward plucking. Even if you can't get a bad harp, because I'm going to be making really limited quantities at first, like 1 or 2 a week, because I work doing heating and air 4 days a week. So 1 day a week, or at least one afternoon a week, I'm going to be building a harp, so I'm going to try to get a harp a week. But if you want a really buttery bass. Seek out like a Sisolka, the Perrin. I think this is a ode to a Slavic god. But yeah, it's very buttery as well. Give it a gander. And all the Czechs, Brumley, the Sisolka, play really well. But they have a unique trigger shape I haven't seen a bunch before. It's kind of like, it reminds me of like Diplodocus dinosaur head. I think it's pronounced Diplodocus, but you know, like the long neck dinosaur with the head. That's what it reminds me of. And they do play well outward too. Because that's something I've been trying to point out. If a harp does or doesn't play well outward, or if it's inward only player, point that out to people, because there are a lot of people out there doing a lot of cool things, playing fast, inward and outward. And if your harp doesn't play well outward, it's good to know before you buy. But this is the Perrin by Sisolka. Just starting off, you. Besides Jamie, there are 3 other jaw harp players I know of in the world. But it reminds, yeah, Nadashana, Gaffer Khan, I have not seen, but I've seen Nadashana, I've seen Olena Utai. But the second one, when this video ends, can you make a real comment, not like a live video comment, but also a comment down below so I can see who that is? Because I'll look up that middle one. But yeah, Nadashana and Olena Utai, I have heard of them. Another thing I would highly suggest if you're going to watch Olena Utai, listening to some of her shamanic drumming with the lights off. Very cool. What is the name for these instruments? Played with the mouth. Oh, yes, this is mouth harp or a jaw harp. All around the world, they have different names. This is a Brumley, or Brummel, I think is kind of how it's pronounced in Czech Republic. Don't rely on me for pronunciation needs. I can tell you how to play them. I can tell you how to make them, how to fix them. But pronouncing the names is not my strong suit. I'm from Kansas. Oh, Garfur is amazing. More too. Oh, device is so good. Such hard to play. I have to buy a Sisolka at the shop, go ultra bass, and it's such hard to play. Also, if you want the gaps of them spread a tiny amount, I can do that for you. Or Porky Miller can do that as well when you order. But yeah. This is one Sisolka made for me. I asked him to make one untuned. He made me an untuned one. And yes, to answer your question, if you're getting like the super deep bass, they go down into like the 0 octaves. Those are going to be hard to play quickly because the harp has a long throw on it. The more rigid the reed, the shorter the throw. But some of them bass harps, like some of those super deep bass Moppel harps, the Parmapol, and super deep bass Brumley, they're throwing way long. So you want to strike them, just not at odd intervals, because you don't want to hit a reed as it's going forward and then hit it again. It'll cause it to tumble. Or when it's going forward and it starts to go back and you hit it forward back again, you want to think about where that pendulum is. So a lot of playing a bass harp fluidly is timing. Can you try the instrument by moaning? I'm not moaning at all, but I can make some vocalizations if you want. I'm just basically making mouth shape. O-E, I-O-U. But as far as moaning, I can do some vocalization, sure. It's gonna be weird, but if weird will cause you to unsubscribe, you're probably in the wrong spot. And if anybody sees the kitten Mittens, Mittens the kitten is her name, Mittens Noodles Sandwich Pete Poop, I think my son named her. But if you see her up near this candle, holler below in the comments, because I'll see the comments before I'll see the kitten creeping up in the back there. I also have a fire extinguisher over there. If you're going to burn candles, or if you're going to be in a house in general, I would highly suggest having 2 fire extinguishers in it at least. But yeah, we'll vocalize. Let's see where it takes us. And I can't believe I've been live for 24 minutes. I normally only go live for 15 minutes, so we'll wrap it up after this. There you go. That's me vocalizing while playing the harp. And I sometimes down here, I'll be doing that through the harp while I'm playing, or I'll just be sitting down here like doing throat singing style for like 10 minutes or so. I like to zone out. I like to get weird with it. And the jaw harp's a weird instrument. I'm a weird dude, and it's been a weird time. play one more harp. Oh, I made something higher pitched a few years ago. It didn't turn out perfectly clean, but although clean bell ring, it has a tad bit of a snarl to it. Although it is pretty sensitive. Let's play it, take it up for a spin, and we'll wrap this up. And my newer stuff should be really clean melodic because I'm surprised with how well this harp near D turned out. I like to let a harp ring out because there's where you hear the fuzz in the decay of the instrument. Now, any saturation is going to become, or at least for me, it's easier to pick up on in higher pitched harps. Something about the sound waves when they're closer together, it's easier to pick up on and hear that the inconsistencies of the plane of the instrument where it's off, the saturation. Actually, one of the most incredible harps I ever played was that Maranzano from that Babayev unboxing. It was an A3, and I didn't keep it for myself. I'm like, somebody deserves to have this high pitch of a harp because it was an A3, which is extremely high pitched, and it had no saturation to it. It was beautiful. I think I've oiled my harps twice ever, but I get like 5 inches of rain here. It's very dry. Oh, cool. Yeah, you can get by, at least Dornovoy says this, and I've done it in pinches when I'm at festivals. You can get by with the harp just drawing it off literally on your shirt and then taking and rubbing your fingers on it because the oil on them will help preserve it as well. And also, if you just keep your harps dry, they're eventually going to patina, kind of like your high carbon steel kitchen knives. I have a set of old hickory that are like that. But never oil them. I just wipe them off, and they've got patina all over them. It's really beautiful the way metal patinas if you do it right. By the way, there are 2 other Ukrainian jar harps, Arson and Nestor. I've never had either of those. Now, I've heard really good things about Nestor. I haven't heard of Arson. So we'll wrap it up with that. I love y'all. Be sure to keep your harps clean, keep them dry, keep them oiled, and most of all, be good to each other. And if anybody's wondering about Harper.com, even if you steal this and re-upload it and it's inverted, boom, there it is. Love y'all. Love you, Aunt Joanne. Harp out. And I didn't come up with that saying. A friend of ours, family friend of ours, Candace, she used to watch our videos when nobody had ever heard of me, when I had maybe like 1 or 0 subscribers, and she's like, you know what, you really need like a saying, a catchphrase, like harp out. I'm like, oh, dude, that's genius. I love that. I love y'all. Harp out, harp on, harp often. Bye, jaw harp. Definitely an intriguing instrument. What countries are the jaw harps native to? A lot. They think they came from Asia. They are also found in Papua New Guinea. They're found in a lot of countries in different variants around the world. Love y'all. Bye. I love y'all. Harp out, harp on, harp often. Y'all have a blessed weekend. Love y'all. Okay. We've ended the live upload for Instagram. We're still live on YouTube. Have a good one. Bye, Jaw Harping with Milo. Bye, Cyberfish. Oh, and my son has loved those puzzles you made with the 3D printer. Love y'all. Harp out.